Okay guys, you need to give me space. Now I have to record my video. Please get aside, get aside. I already fed you enough. Okay. Namaskar friends, this is NJ, your host on this channel. In this video, we will talk on a very interesting concept, which is about which all charts indicate fame, and most importantly, which facilitates a life which will leave a legacy. So guys, like the way you know that I always have a backstory to support whenever I'm picking up any topic. So the day on which I am recording this video, Moon is conjunct with Venus. So that means I have to make something which connects entertainment business, and it's a Sunday today. So this thought just came to me. Let's have a discussion on a topic of fame. And what happened yesterday, I was watching this podcast on which the host invited a guy who in Bollywood, in Indian film industry, is known as the best villain. Like when we talk about the way this person is known and the way he has carved a niche for himself, so there was a famous dialogue in one of his movie which was bad man, and that's how he got this reputation, or that's the kind of image he got, obviously as an actor, I mean to say. So that just intrigued me. I looked at his chart and I saw some very distinctive combinations. So I just thought, okay, I have to make a video on this, because guys, like the way you know this thing, that in my case as well, I am a Sadbhisha Nakshatra person. My lord of Sadbhisha is Rahu, so which is placed in my first house lord is in the 8th house. So that in itself tells about that growing up, because my first dasha was of Rahu, I was obsessed with video games and with the movies. And because of the Rahu influence, even because being a 90s kid, even if you have to rent a movie from a video parlor or from a I forgot what we used to call it, a player which we used to rent, and whenever I have to pick any movie, so I will not look at the movie which has got good protagonist or the main lead actors. I will be more inclined towards, oh, this movie has got this villain, like some of the famous villains in Mumbai film industry of that time, Amrish Puri, Prem Chopra, or like Gulshan Grover, on whose chart we will have a discussion today. So okay, he is in this movie, so that means I need to pick this movie. So yes guys, this is what my attachment with this actor is, and who is a well-known face, whether we talk about in Bollywood or across the world. So because when I watched this podcast, after that I got intrigued, I key in his details, and trust me. So now the chart which I'm talking about, so as you can see in your screen, so guys, I will not argue much or debate much on the birth time. So because here I will be looking at more from the point of view of your public image, like the way this guy has got a branding of him, of his work, of his craft as a bad man. So I will focus more on the combinations which could be responsible for that. So basis my calculations, I personally feel that his persona fit more with this combination, where his lagna comes out to be of Sagittarius. Now guys, as you can see over here, that the ascendant lord is Jupiter. It is exalted in the 8th house. That in itself tells about that somehow life is going to have a major say. Circumstances, nature, omens will definitely guide you, and whatsoever you will achieve in life, there will definitely be a degree and sense of unpredictability involved over there. And as you know, the nature of the film business, there is so much of the uncertainty involved. Some days your movies are not doing good, and suddenly you are the superstar. Now guys, after that, if you will see in his case, all the planets are in the axis of Rahu and Ketu. So this is a typical case of Kalsarp Yoga. And if you follow my videos, I always say this thing: Kalsarp Yoga becomes more potent, more powerful if Moon is conjunct with either of the Rahu or Ketu, or Moon is placed in either of the nakshatra of Rahu Ketu. So as you can see that all the planets are in the axis of Rahu and Ketu, and Moon is conjunct with Rahu. That too in the 12th house, and Moon is also debilitated. So that also tells about, like when we talk about your public image over there, Moon can also give you a significant information. Guys, when we talk about the concept of fame, so it all comes down to 3 levels, like who you are in real, how the world perceive you, and the third is how you want the world to perceive you. So if you will see, with this combination of moon in the influence of Rahu, the nodal axis being so strong, being in the 12th house, that could indicate about this. Now guys, the good part in this case is that, as you can see, that if you have to be good in any performing arts, we see the placement of Mercury, we see the third house lord, and as you can see in his case, the third house lord is exalted in the 11th house and it is conjunct with Mercury as well. The moon nakshatra is Anuradha, means the first dasha was of Saturn, which is in the 11th house, and after that the dasha would have come of the Mercury, which is also there in the 11th house, which became responsible for giving him breaks back to back. Now guys, apart from all the combinations which you can see in the 10th house where Sun and Venus are there, and even when we talk about the media business, the 5th house lord, which is Mars, it is also placed very strongly in the 9th house where luck also support you. So guys, this is a kind of a typical case when we talk about being recognized, being perfectionist, and leaving a legacy in your line of work. Now guys, just because here we are also talking about from the point of view of the fame as well, so for that or any of the concerns of public image, you have to see the Arudha Lagan as well. Now out of all these signs, why I'm more inclined towards this person to be of Sagittarius Lagna is that because the concept of Arudha Lagan is very simple. It's your mirror image, how the world perceive you. Now if you will see over here, because the ascendant lord has gone to the 8th house, all what you have to do is that you have to go the same number of places from the house where ascendant lord is placed. So from the 8th house, if you will go 8 houses ahead, you will reach the 3rd house. Now what does that mean? Over there you will find the Aquarius sign. So now if you will turn the chart and make Aquarius as the Lagna, Arudha Lagna, the 10th house, if we are talking about your perceived public image, so we have to see the 10th house of the Arudha Lagna. Over there guys, you will see that moon and Rahu is being conjunct over there. So you have a legacy, but moreover a legacy where you are known as the best antagonist, you are known as the best villain. You can be and you are a very altruistic, very pious human, because Jupiter is exalted, Jupiter has such a strong say, Saturn being such a dignified planet in your chart, it will not put you in the wrong path. Rather, that is the only reason that you are the masses favorite. Public accepted you in whichsoever form, like specifically at a time when people used to worship all the actors and the all sort of protagonists, and you carved a niche for yourself. So Saturn is also in a strong dignity, which is in the Arudha Lagan, which is the 1st house lord, and it is exalted in the 9th house. So yes guys, this was just a basic overview, and in general, okay, after this, because I'm very much sure that because right now Jupiter is conjunct with Rahu, Mercury is retrograde, so a lot many people will start writing that okay, the time of birth is wrong, this is wrong. So this is just a case study which I wanted to present. Now talking about in general, so guys, what I have generally seen is that for someone to be famous or being recognized in any field, definitely angular houses plays a very important role. That is the only reason we say that if in any chart you will find all the angular houses, Kendra Bhava, 1st house, 4th house, 7th house, devoid of any planet, like if there is no planet being placed in Kendra Bhava, that is not considered as very good, because then it tells about that you will not be able to establish something concrete or substantial in the world in your lifetime. Now this could be home, property, business, your deeds creating a effect or creating an impact in the world. So if you actually want to create a impact in the world because of your actions, so for that angular houses, Kendra Bhava has to be in a strengthened state. And also guys, when we talk about in general, so I would say that more than where the 10th house lord has gone or ascendant lord has gone, which all planets are placed in the 10th house plays a very pivotal role, because 10th house is something where your actions are always in the public light. Because guys, you might have a afflicted 1st house or the 1st house lord, that tells about how people perceive you. But when we talk about fame, more than you, it's your actions. A lot many times what happen is that we do not like someone, but when it comes down to observing or scrutinizing or auditing the actions or the deeds of the person, then we start gaining respect for that person. He might not be very good as a in person, his people pleasing skills are not very good, but he is very dedicated towards his craft. So definitely guys, for fame, individually Sun becomes very important, angular houses becomes very important. Your planetary presence in the 10th house becomes very important. I do not give or do not attach much importance to Rahu, because Rahu just act as an amplifier. If there are no supporting factors to a strong Rahu, then the person will fall flat. There will just be hype, and the minute you will pin that balloon of hype, that is going to just completely fall apart. So I would say that sun becomes very important, your ascendant lord becomes very important, the planets which are placed in the 10th house becomes very important. And if you actually want to do something where you have to be in the middle of the crowd and you have to serve the masses, you want the public acceptance, like, because being a politician, being an actor, that becomes very important. So 7th house plays a very important role over there, because 7th house is public, and 4th house becomes very important if you want the royal favors. 11th house is the ultimate accomplishment, like what you will ultimately become in the life. Like the way, guys, a lot many people who start very humble, but with their hardship, with whatsoever they endure, they become something. So that house which hold this key to make you something, that is the 11th house. And yes, guys, you have to see individually the Arudha Lagan, that is the chart of your perceived image, and you have to see the Dasamsa chart as well. And lastly, guys, when we talk about the nakshatras, so what I have generally seen is that in this regard you must be surprised. Some of the Ketu nakshatra, like I would say more than anything, Magha is very prominent for giving you fame, and Dhanishta is very prominent in giving you fame. And if you want people to be smitten by your charm and all, then Purva Falguni, Purva Shadha also plays a very key role. But generally what I have seen is that specifically Dhanishta, Magha can actually give fame of the highest order. And in the Rahu nakshatras as well, I would say that in certain cases I have seen people with the influence of Swati becoming millionaires and all. Rohini is very good where you want people to like you. Like Rohini is a very likable nakshatra. It's very difficult to stay mad at someone who has got a Purva Falguni nakshatra, because they are very loving. Rohini, they are very sweet, they are very charming. So yes, guys, this is something which I wanted to say as a part of my inputs. Now my time is to get back to my friends behind. All the pigeons are waiting for me. I need to feed them, I need to talk to them and appreciate the nature, which is very beautiful today. So guys, for further more updates and notifications on the divine science of Vedic astrology, please subscribe to my YouTube channel and like my Facebook page. Dhanyavad.